In this part of the leadership readings, I'm going to talk about the other side. The other video I spoke about being at the bottom. Now I'm going to talk about being at the top and how you express your leadership and how this resonance came to me, or how can I say, this thought process came to me was Absalom, the son of King David in the Bible. They speak about how he was a man of the people. He saw how his father was unfair and being unjust. He witnessed his brother, and we know what happened with that, being unjust. So he had a penchant for justice in the beginning. The people grew to love him. He had great promise as a just leader. But then the anger and resentment that he felt, which propelled him to be such a good leader and to be loved by the people, actually, because he had not healed or dealt with it properly, it ended up making him corrupt, making him turn into someone that he wasn't, didn't have to be that way if he had just processed his emotions, dealt with unfortunate things that he witnessed, and so on. So as a leader, right, we've all been through things. When you reach that paramount position, when you reach the, mountaintop, how do you treat other people? Do you take it out on them? All of your pent up hostilities and resentments, especially the little guy, or do you help others and remember where you came from and remember how it felt, Absalom, when you really wish that you were the judge or you were the leader and you could make changes. I think of Shaka as well. Same thing. He had nothing. He and his mother and sibling running around, through Zululand, trying to find outside Zululand, didn't have a home. His father had all of this power. He's a king. He watched a king unjustly abuse power. He resented his father for that. But once he gained power, what did he do? He abused that power because of unhealed wounds, resentment, injustices. And it's just like a thing where you have to say to yourself as a leader, I'm not going to be a vicious cycle or a pattern here. I'm not going to repeat hateful, toxic patterns. I'm a leader now. I'm going to lead how I promised God, how I promised the people, how I promised myself justice. Where did that go? When you become a leader, when you have power, you just become corrupt. So it just seems not every leader, but all too often in history and today, we see whether it's an NBA player from the hood who has made it and now you just want to floss, or, that's a way of pushing your brothers and sisters down too. Using your money to make others feel like, you'll tell yourself it's to make you feel like you can attain this wealth. But what you're doing really is just showing off. Because if you really wanted to help, you would take that money and spread it around, But I just feel like when we become leaders and we get some power, you just forget everything you were. And only thing that remains of you is the hurt or the wounds. So it's best to take care of those wounds before you even become in power. That would be ideal. Okay, Spirit, what say you? Oh, and that came out so beautifully. Home, refuge, belong, haven. Okay, let me do something a little different. Put a little twist on this, right? Home, refuge, belong, haven. From home, refuge, belong, haven. I guess like I'm thinking literally, of course, a building kind of home where you have achieved that status and now your home is your castle kind of thing. That could be what spirit is wanting to talk about here, or your body being your home, like your container, and always feeling at home with self. But let's just see here. What are you saying with home, spirit? For this leader that has everything. Okay. Oh, the high priestess came out in the same way that home kind of slid over beautifully to the side. Okay, so home, high priestess. Knowing yourself, knowing things that others don't know about home and how it feels to be you, your container, what you hold within is important. Not to share that with everyone. Keeping some things private about your home or about yourself as a leader. I wasn't thinking anything like that. So instead of confirming what I just said, Spirit has a separate message here. Okay, so keeping your home private, keeping what's important to you that doesn't belong to anyone else. Some things you can share. It's actually, as a leader, you want to connect, but some things you don't want to share because you still are a person and you deserve your privacy. Okay. One more. Okay. Three of wands, three of hearts. I've never said that before. Three of swords in the reverse. Healed, no longer heartbroken. So this could be a high priestess I'm talking to. Maybe a water sign, maybe not. Maybe just someone who is just very highly intuitive, getting downloads, very knowing thyself, knowing some maybe mysteries of the universe. And you keep that to yourself, your home being you, keeping that within you, in private, and no longer heartbroken or wounded even. This means wounded in the upright. So you're no longer wounded, so you can heal. You are embodying a lot of qualities, is saying Spirit. You can heal. You can heal. You can heal others because you are healed. That's the kind of leader you are. Spirit said, keep going. Okay. I was going to pull one, but oh wow. And then here we go, another healing card. At peace, I'm getting from this. You're relaxed. Your state, your root chakra is at peace. You are healed. So you can show others how it feels to heal. And God's going to use you for that purpose. To show others what a real ruler, not ruler, but someone who has the power of a ruler, how they won't rule. Thank you for that word, because I would not normally use that word. Ruler, I don't like that. But okay, what it shows to be the archetype of someone that's like a ruler in the past that had power. Now, you're not going to rule, but you will have the power, and they will know that if you wanted to abuse it, you could. However, you won't, because you're healed. And the moon, a lot of secret cards coming out. The moon. Okay, what about this moon? Gotta keep going. This is interesting. Queen of Wands. So you're also not only and the moon is falling right under home. Keeping that private is what I'm getting there. Your personal life. Everybody doesn't need to see that, even though you are the Queen of Wands and you show up fiery, hot, beautiful, whatever, you don't have to, some things keeping private. Mysterious like the High Priestess. Everything is not for everyone. Two of Swords. What about this Two of Swords? And that'll be the last one. I'm going to do some other decks with this message. The Hermit. blocked off from anybody trying to find out information that you don't want them to know. That's why the moon is there. Wow. Access denied is what I get with this. The swords are also information. So anyone wanting information, and leaders, let's just face it, that happens all the time. People want more of you. They feel entitled to more of you. As a leader, you have, even with paparazzi and all of that, people say it comes with the territory. Not so much. Not so much. You can put up your boundaries. Beautiful. Okay, let's get another one. We got home. What else, Spirit, before I go into angel decks or angel messages? Being a leader is serious. Okay. Divine intervention and intuition came out together. Sixth sense with intuition. Subconscious, okay. And divine intervention, serendipity, karma, catalyst. Okay, that's a high priestess. And the Queen of Wands is this very spiritually magical queen. Magnetic. With those wands, very magnetic. So you see, this also looks like the Ace of Pentacles to me on this divine intervention. Maybe giving you, and I've pulled this card many times, and I've seen like a light in the palm, but I didn't look at the circle like as a pentacle. But definitely like an Ace of Pentacles. So maybe the divine intervention is bringing you finances to help you lead as well. Or maybe that's part of it. How are you going to lead with finances? Are you going to be fair or abuse power like most leaders of the past and now? So using your intuition or your sixth sense and your subconscious and the divine helping you to do that. You're walking lockstep with the divine on this leadership venture. That's also why it's going to be different. Because even people who preach that they walk with God, preach that they are on a spiritual mission even, a lot of times behind closed doors, that is the furthest thing from their mind. I don't even know if they believe in God. Because truly, if you believed in God and God really watching over you or monitoring your movements or trusting you to do right and blessing you and seeing what you do with the blessings, would you really be corrupt? I don't think so. I think people say that they believe in God and then they really don't as leaders. Okay, let me get something on that. Sorry, on the intuition and the divine intervention. I didn't get a tarot on it. I want to be fair and consistent. I saw that word a few times today. Consistent. Consistent is important, to be consistent. Maybe fair as a leader and consistent with everyone, no favoritism, which is another aspect of abuse of power. Not being by the book and giving to your friends, doing things for favors. That's not why the divine blesses you with power. Okay, so intuition and divine intervention, please. Thank you. Wow, the Queen of Wands popped right back out. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands. What else? This is like feeling like a very powerful Queen of Wands, and she's in the upright. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, being blessed with abundance, wealth. You would see some, typically what we say with Ten of Pentacles as far as wealth and generational wealth applying to you, your grandchildren, great-grandchildren. But I'm seeing this as like community wealth, like philanthropic wealth, like helping others in the community, not just the typical Scratch my back and I'll scratch mine. You know, this money's for me to invest in my line only. And how many billions? That's so greedy. Some people don't even have children and they keep those billions to themselves. It's like, and it's a secret where it's going to go after you're going. Give it out now. Make it known how you feel and what you represent. That's just how I feel. And here we go. The world. I'm going to take that as and represent. Let the world see you. How are you? How do you present? How do you show up in this world? Make it known. Transparency. That's what we're headed for. That's what the divine wants. And that's all of this is about, the new earth. It's just like, no matter what, it all roads lead to the new earth, new leadership, new ways of women, conducting their business, conducting themselves, men conducting their business, conducting themselves, children being treated a certain way, with kindness. And no matter how you slice it, it all leads back these messages to the new earth. Wow. I'm going to get an angel message. I was supposed to get a money card because we're talking about leadership, philanthropy, abuse of power, favoritism. A lot of that is all about money. Okay. I'll do a quick one of those. All right, Spirit, what do you want to say about leadership and finances? Windfall. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. You can't be, it's consistent, if nothing else. A windfall coming to you, leader. And then here we have next, manifesting. Queen of Wands is a great manifester. Attracts abundance. Magnetizes abundance. Through spirituality. So that's beautiful. Love it. Now an angel message to help you, dear leader. For our dear leaders. Oh, despair. Losing touch with your divine nature can cause you to be overwhelmed with heavy emotions. Though the outer world may seem to be the cause, these dense energies are often the echo of inner disconnection from your sacred self. That's what we were talking about. Those leaders that we have in power and throughout history have lost connection to their higher self, to the divine, and their sacred self. So that's why they're able to be corrupt and live in shameful ways. Wow. But what's coming out next? Forgiven. The weight of pain and resentment cannot follow you where you are going as a leader. It's what we've been saying. Wow. Are you ready to release the past and rise into your next becoming? Let go and allow sacred renewal to unfold. Let it go. Let it go. Enjoy your opportunity to lead and just bless. Continue to bless as God has blessed you. Let those blessings flow. It's time for joy. One more. I love angel messages. Thank you. Protection on your journey as a leader. 444, you have powerful protection. A powerful boundary of angelic light surrounds you, shielding you from negativity and harm. You are held in the light of divine safety, assuring that you will fulfill your destined purpose as a leader, I'm adding. Exactly. I love it. I love this message. And Thank you, leaders. I'll see you in the next one.